Love and greetings to you. This topic is how to handle a husband who is always angry. I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. I have a problem with this title because it implies that you're handling your husband, which implies that you are doing something to get him to be different. And we live in a cause and effect world. So it's not your fault that he is angry. It's not your fault that he reveals his anger in ways that affect you. But there are things that you can do so that you're not affected. Before we get into that, let's get into anger. This is like a mystery in the world, but it really shouldn't be if Western psychology took into account the hierarchy of who we are, what we are. We are souls, not a religious discussion. We are souls, and we have a mind, and we have a body. And the body is comprised of trillions of cells. Each one of them is driven to survive. We know this from school. All of us learn this. The drive to survive, self-preservation, it's innate in every living thing. It's how we know something is alive. It protects itself. It looks for opportunities to exist, like food, water, shelter, and it procreates, creates more of the same to protect. It's all about self-protection. That's biology. That is what every living thing does. We're not living things. We're human beings. We have a body, though, and we have a mind. Our mind is this great computer. In between, you might say, the body and the soul is the mind. The mind is pulling in information from the body. The body needs this, it needs that. It regulates blood, it regulates air, oxygen, and it also regulates what we're impacted by on the outside. Like a good computer, it does all of its thing, it calculates, and it's, okay, watch out for this. Oh, here's an opportunity over there, right? But remember, everything about biology is survival. That means this. That means that because it's pinging the mind on a constant basis, and we have not been taught to regulate what's being pinged about, so we just go with it. We just go with the mind and its fears, and fear generally turns into anger. Because we're not animals, we're very sophisticated, we take things, the mind takes things into consideration like potential trouble. The first line of defense is either fight or fly. You know that. Anger is a introduced component that helps us do either one. Anger is like shuts everything else down, puts everything else on standby, and says, let's funnel all of our energy into either fighting or running away. That's anger. So anger is a necessary contributor to the survival of an animal. But we're not animals. We have animal bodies, you could say, though. And this is where anger is coming from. So you've heard expressions like, music will soothe the savage beast, right? Well, what will soothe your husband? What will give him a calmer experience? Not for him, but for his mind. Why did I separate it? Because as his wife, you're there to love him. The job that we all have in our marriage is to learn to love our spouse unconditionally. Why? Because we get married to be happy. And so what happens is, love is the greatest creator for happiness. So we want to love. We want to love without being encumbered upon by fear, suspicion, reactive energy. We just want to learn to love. So if we're proactively loving, then we're not going to get the bashing from your husband's anger. In other words, you're stepping back from the, could call it a material experience of his anger, and you're lifting yourself up into a place of love so that you can see what he's going through with compassion. Don't react. Don't tell him don't be angry. Don't tell him he doesn't have anything to be angry about. Instead, be there for him. Don't get in his way, though. When the anger is coming on strong, he's out of control. He can't think. He can't experience love. He can't feel love. None of us can. Fear and anger block our hearts, block love. So the thing to do is step back and in your mind go, I love you dearly, dear. I love you dearly. I love you with all my heart, mind, and soul. And don't be impacted by his anger. You know, when people take our courses, either the men's or the women's course, there's a lot of explanation about anger, and especially for men. Men are the ones who have a more difficult time with anger in the world because they tend to express it. Women get angry too. You get angry too. Anger is a terrible thing. We do not need to subject ourselves to it. And in our courses, we teach you how not to, of course. And also in the books, I talk about it a lot. Also in these videos. So it's good to subscribe to this video. It's good to like this video. I think this has helped you. I tried to give you enough information. Maybe you could go over it again. So if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. Let us know. Or you could even write to our counselors. It's part of our free service. Go to our website, themarriagefoundation.org. Learn about marriage. You deserve to be living in happiness and in love, not in fear. All right, that's it. God bless you. I'm Paul Friedman, the founder, and visit us again. Take care. Thank you.